Housing Development Progress. Number one and the best. Housing Development Progress. Number one. Number one. Housing Development Progress. Number one and the best. Housing Development Progress. Number one. Housing Development Progress. In Nigeria. Housing Development Progress. In Africa. Housing Development Progress. And the globe. Number one. Housing Development Progress.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Housing Development, your go-to source for housing information on everything housing, both in Nigeria and beyond. As always, I am Flora Ani, your housing diva. Today I'm at the venue of the 18th Africa International Housing Show, the largest housing and construction event in Africa, happening here live at the Velodrome of the National Stadium in Abuja, Nigeria. As we move in the course of this program, I'll be showing you what is happening right here at the 18th Africa International Housing Show, the largest housing and construction exhibition in Nigeria. I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. This is Housing Development, and we're still at the venue of the 18th Africa International Housing Show, happening here live at the National Stadium, Abuja. You need to be here to see what is happening. A lot of great things, great discussions. Today, the theme of this event is financing the housing we need, and the great discussions will be happening here today live. So let's take a look at the opening ceremony.
Housing conversations have historically centered around the physical construction. However, discussions about financing have been underemphasized. The theme of the 18th Africa International Housing Show, Financing the Housing We Need, seeks to directly address this gap. Key stakeholders from the political scene and the built environment convened at the National Stadium, Abuja, at the front lines of the 18th Africa International Housing Show. The opening ceremony, chaired by Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, focused on the critical role of finance in housing and real estate development. He highlighted the timeliness of the theme, stating that finance is pivotal at both ends of the housing value chain. Proposing a strategic approach to financing, he suggested land banking as a viable method to consolidate and unlock funds for housing.
The theme of this conference is financing the housing that we need. This theme is apt and particularly timely. Finance is central in housing and real estate development. A friend of mine always put it succinctly by saying, real estate is a financing game. I cannot agree more. We were taught in elementary economics that capital is a basic factor of production. Finance is required at both ends of the value chain to actualize the demand and supply of housing. On the supply side, construction or a wholesale finance is required by developers to deliver on housing projects, whilst on the demand side, mortgage or retail finance is a key driver of buying or renting decisions.
Addressing the gathering, the chief host and Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, representing Vice President Kashim Shettima, affirmed housing as a fundamental right. He expressed the government's commitment to collaborating with the private sector to bridge the housing gap.
It is my belief that this forum will produce insightful solutions and actionable conclusions that will add to our individual and collective efforts to update the delivery of affordable housing to our citizens across Africa. With limited financing, it is important for us as a continent to adopt a ground-up approach and domestic strategy that takes us into consideration the peculiarities of our housing needs. This will help us in developing sustainable and resilient housing solutions that meet the needs of our people. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, housing is a basic need and the right of every human being. However, while housing is a right, access to it depends on the financial ability of individuals and the capacity and will of government to intervene to create the enabling environment for its provision.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, who was represented by Chairman Reps Committee on Housing and Habitat, Abdulmumin Jibrin, identified implementation gaps, regulatory oversight deficiencies, and lack of incentives as barriers needing urgent attention to narrow the housing deficit.
No matter the amount of money you sink into the sector, no matter how much policies you put to strengthen and make the land use act more productive and advantageous for the housing sector, no matter how much we meet here to talk, if we do not address these issues, we will not have the results that we're looking for. Particularly in the case of Nigeria, there's a huge potential in the housing sector, unlimited potentials. My pedigree of work has placed me in different sectors. I've been able to see what's going on in every sector, and I said, if we press the button and trigger the potential of the housing sector, it is going to be the largest sector. So you have the problem of coordination. If you don't streamline policies, if you allow duplication of projects.
Senate President Godswill Akpabio, represented by Senator Victor Umeh, advocated for collaborative efforts to ensure housing as a fundamental right across the continent. He reiterated the Senate's dedication to inclusive policies that address current housing needs without burdening future generations.
The event stands as a testament to our collective vision of constructing a more robust Africa, where everyone would have a roof over his head. The privilege of being here lies in the fortune of having a leader, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose unwavering commitment to our nation's advancement in the housing sector has positively impacted the lives of millions.
Representatives of national and international organizations, alongside experts in the housing sector, commended the Africa International Housing Show for its consistent focus on critical housing issues and urged sustained attention to housing challenges.
It is my pleasure to be here to witness the opening ceremony of the 2024 edition of the Africa International Housing Show, an event that has become a veritable platform for cross-fertilization of ideas on national and international development challenges, particularly in housing development and mortgage finance. The theme of this year's event, Financing the Housing We Need, is both timely and critical. As I used to say, here in Nigeria, we have a lot of houses we don't need, and we need a lot of houses we don't have.
The theme of this year's event, Financing the Housing We Need, is not only timely, but definitely essential. Housing challenges are a global issue, adversely affected by population growth, urbanization, and various climate issues. The importance of addressing these challenges cannot be overstated, as shelter remains our fundamental human need alongside food and water.
The opening ceremony concluded with a tour of exhibition booths, showcasing innovations and solutions aimed at addressing Africa's housing demands.
Hello. How are you doing?
Very well.
Copen Group is into banking, it's into manufacturing, it's into real estate, it's also into agriculture, and it's also into various other service offerings, like the mortgage sector. And we've been here for the past, we're in our 30th year of existence. We've been transited from being a consultancy company in the real estate space to become a major player in the real estate space, developing all kinds of homes. And that is where we are as of today. And we are glad to be here to be part of the 18th African International Housing Show. And I happen to be a director of African International Housing Show, which is organized by Festus Adebayo. Over the years, we've been working shoulder to shoulder with him to ensure that we have a place where stakeholders in the housing sector can all come together. Whether you are from the public sector or from the private sector, we need one another to be able to initiate policies and practice that will drive the sector and unlock the huge potential for socioeconomic growth, employment generation, and multiplier effect in various local economies.
GMH Luxury is, like it says, a luxurious real estate company based in Lagos State, currently looking out to expand in states as Abuja and other states in Nigeria. We're also looking forward to projects also in other parts of Africa. So we have developed over 100 properties and we're looking out to develop even more. We're looking at 300 from now to next year. We are currently going to be the first real estate development company to raise the first place for tourists in Nigeria. It has never happened before in the history of real estate. Okay, we're supposed to meet individuals who need us, who need what we have. We're supposed to meet individuals who need a real estate development company that they can trust, that they can rely on, that they can bank on.
My name is Panos Papanastasio. I'm the Group MD of Citygate Group. We are property developers based in Abuja, but we also operate in other parts of the country. We build mostly estates, which are gated estates, and we build mostly for middle class and upper class housing, duplexes, flats, and single-family homes.
My name is Felix from Family Homes Funds Limited. Family Home Funds Limited is a housing finance institution in Nigeria that is supporting families on low to middle income to own their first homes. So far, Family Home Funds Limited has done at least 16,000 homes across Nigeria, and in the process has provided over 85,000 jobs, direct and indirect jobs. The African International Housing Show creates a very, very important platform for players like ourselves in the industry to meet with stakeholders, to meet with potential homeowners, to share the opportunities and also to learn from one another. So we appreciate the platform. It's been very useful, and we encourage the organizers to keep it going.
My name is Ori Martins, the Group Managing Director of Boeing Group, the promoter of Abuja's $1 Million View. And we are promoting presently Abuja's $1 Million View, the highest point in real estate in Abuja here. We are in the estate, we are seeing the whole half of Abuja, and it's unique because we are bringing creativity and innovation into what we are doing at Boeing Luxury Estate. Before then, I want to thank initiator and the organizers of this show that brought all the build industry, both manufacturer, the builder, and the buyer together. At this event, I'm expecting not much sales, but publicity, awareness, the platform that our African International Housing Show have made available to leverage on it.
My name is Deborah Ladimeji with Hull 7 Real Estate Limited, and I'm the head of the investment advising team. Hull 7 has been in existence for over a decade, and we're one in luxurious products, a brand. You can think of Hull 7. Because of our consistency over the years, we have had to be able to deliver not just luxurious homes, but an estate with a beautiful layout and a beautiful scenery. Oh, so far actually we've got to see lots of people, and we love the fact that each year the people that come in for this housing show increases, because the awareness it creates for people to get involved in real estate is what is making it interesting, and the partners that are getting involved in it is also what is also making it more interesting. So in this housing show, we are expecting that it's really going to put Nigeria housing or real estate out there for the global world to know and to see.
The show is still housing development. At this point, we are the building materials companies represented here at the 18th Africa International Housing Show. You can see where I'm standing. This is a building material manufacturer here in Nigeria. We're going to be seeing lots of building material companies here. So if you are in need of building materials, whatever type of building material you need for your housing project, you need for your homes, you have to rush here right now. Come to the venue of the 18th African International Housing Show taking place at the National Stadium in Abuja, Nigeria, and get all your housing problems solved. Get the solutions to all your housing needs. Let's take a look at these exhibitors.
Company is Juhua Nigeria Limited. We have do many products that aluminium products and staircase and balcony and glass and that curtain wall. Yes, and security door. No, this is not our first time. Last year we just have that the Nigeria Continental that site. We also have that the booth.
My name is Jackie Dai from Sinoma Fabcom. And I'm Executive Deputy Main Director and from Sinoma. And this is our product, roofing tiles. And since 2014, and we invest in Nigeria, and we invest 3 companies now, factory. Because of in Nigeria, and they have large population and have a good relationship with China. So, and as our company, and we make a decision to come to Nigeria, to invest in Nigeria, to give Nigeria people training and to give them job and to try to change the life of Nigeria people. You know, since from the 13th, since 2018, and we have entered to join this Abuja International Housing Show. This is a very big event and for the exhibition for our product to show to all Nigerian and all the West African people.
My name is Victor Jolosho, and I'm the National Marketing Manager for Itex Nigeria. Itex is represented by 2 companies in Nigeria. We have Nigeria Limited based in Lagos, and we have MNI Limited based in Enugu. And we're into the business of manufacturing and selling of building construction materials, very innovative products in terms of fiber cement boards. We pioneered this in Nigeria. And we have very innovative materials on display today at the exhibition. Yeah, it's very interesting. It has grown over the years. It's a show that has really brought together people in the beauty industry. People have been able to showcase products to the right audience, and I think for us, it's been a success over the years.
The name of my company is Ankai Products, Apeng Products. So I want to showcase many, this razor wire, fencing wire, wire mesh, spender metal. There are many. What I say is that you people are trying.
My name is Beatrice Ezocha. I'm from Nigeria Pipes Limited, Kano. Yes, you know, every year we used to come with some innovations in our products. So we still come with our #1 product, that's the pipes. The only quality pipes you can get in Nigeria is from Nigeria Pipes Limited. And also we have, like last year, we added another product. Honestly, they have been so wonderful. They have been so wonderful. You know, as you can see, everywhere is filled up. People are coming in. From here, things you don't know that is available in Nigeria, you will see them. And it has also opened the eyes of many people, and it has also opened ways, business for many people to interact, to come to the company where they can get those things, to interact with the people responsible, not to go through third party.
So this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode of Housing Development. Thanks for watching. I'm inviting you specially to the venue of the 18th Africa International Housing Show, happening right here at the National Stadium, Abuja, Nigeria. What is it that you need? Do you need building materials? You need a house? You need a mortgage? Come to the venue right now and you'll be amazed at the number of people ready to give solution to your housing problem. You have to be here today, just like me. I'm right here. I'm at the 18th Africa International Housing Show. Come over. Let's do this together. I remain Flora Ani, your housing diva. Thanks for watching.